Welcome back to Chaos and Carry-Ons. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Stephanie. Today, we're tackling a topic we get asked about all the time: Disney Cruise Line versus Royal Caribbean.
And instead of just talking opinions on this, we're going to do a real side-by-side comparison with a dummy trip for our favorite imaginary family of four.
So this will be 2 adults, 2 kids, same departure port, a similar itinerary, and a similar length of cruise.
Just a quick disclaimer before we start, the prices that we're talking about today are estimated sample prices.
Cruise prices can vary a lot depending on your travel date, the promotion, cabin type, and how early you book. So think of these numbers as just a ballpark comparison. These are not going to be exact quotes.
Chaos and carry-ons, let's go. Disney dreams in tow, you know. Every flight and every ride, join the journey, come inside.
So the trip that we picked to talk about is a 4-night Bahamas cruise leaving from Port Canaveral, which is a super popular cruise port near Orlando.
And both cruise lines have nearly identical itineraries out of this cruise port. So on our imaginary Disney Cruise Line itinerary, our first day is departing from Port Canaveral. Your second day is going to be at Nassau in the Bahamas. Your third day is going to be at Castaway. This is Disney's private island, if you're not familiar with that. Your fourth day is going to be a sea day, and on the fifth day, you're going to return back to Port Canaveral.
And then on our Royal Caribbean itinerary, day 1, you're also leaving out of Port Canaveral. Day 2, you're also going to Nassau in the Bahamas. Day 3, we're going to go to Perfect Day at CocoCay, which is Royal Caribbean's private island. Day 4 is a day at sea, and then day 5, you're returning back to Port Canaveral.
So itinerary-wise, these are almost identical,
which makes this a very fair comparison. So we're going to talk money because that's usually the biggest question. Disney Cruise Line price estimate for a family of 4 in an inside stateroom is going to run you around $1,200 to $1,400 per person for a 4-night sailing. So that brings the estimated total to roughly $4,800 to $5,600 for the cruise fare.
And if you upgrade to a balcony room, you're looking at closer to $5,800 to $6,500 total for the family.
So again, this is your reminder that prices do fluctuate a lot depending on the demand, the season, and what promotions are available to you.
Yeah, I'm sure that our avid Disney cruisers right now are thinking, I spent more or I spent less. There's a lot of factors that go into play here.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Time of year is a huge factor. And if you can snag one when they're running a promo, then you can book a placeholder when you're on board to save 10% off the next one. And it's kind of a snowball effect. So keep that in mind. The season varies a lot. So for the same style sailing, interior staterooms on Royal Caribbean start around $700 to $900 per person, which is an estimated total of around $3,000 for a family of 4.
And even a balcony room might still fall around $3,800 to $4,500 total.
So a quick price summary: Disney Cruise Line is going to run you around $4,800 to $6,500, while Royal Caribbean is running you $2,800 to $4,500.
So Disney can easily cost you about $2,000 more for the exact same length of the cruise. But again, that's also going to depend on how new that these ships are.
That is true. So Disney tends to include more things in their base price than Royal. Some things that are included on Disney cruises: the rotational dining restaurants, Broadway-style stage shows, character meet and greets, kids clubs, soft drinks are included, and then you have the fireworks at sea.
So on Royal Caribbean, you're still going to get the main dining and the buffet, the entertainment shows, the kids clubs, the pools and activities, but things like your soda package, any kind of specialty dining, and some of your activities are going to cost you extra. But both cruises stop at their own private island, and this is where things get fun.
So Disney's island is famous for being super relaxing and immersive. It is one of my favorite places that I've traveled to. I've been a lot of places, and that's one of my favorites. The highlights here include the family beach, the adults only beach at Serenity Bay, character meet and greets, Disney barbecue lunch that is included in your cruise fare. And then you can also rent things like bikes, snorkeling equipment, inner tubes, kayaks, like the list goes on and on.
So Royal Caribbean's private island is more like a giant water park. They're highlighting the huge water park with the tallest water slide, a wave pool, zip line. They do have beach clubs and cabanas.
Some of those activities are extra though.
Yes, even the water park is extra, and I did not know that until I went to
Hmm.
price my Royal Caribbean cruise last year. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And this is where the cruise lines feel very different. The entertainment and just the overall vibe on the cruises. So Disney Cruise Line is more geared towards the character experiences because, I mean, that's what you think of when you think of Disney. So those are everywhere. The Broadway level shows are awesome. They're a very family-focused atmosphere where Royal Caribbean, they have the huge cruise ships. So there's more what you would probably refer to it as big kid activities or thrill
Hmm.
activities. They have the surf simulators. Some of the cruise ships have ice skating shows. There's escape rooms. There's, I think some of them have bumper cars. There's just a lot more for older kids on Royal Caribbean. Again, this is going to depend on the ship that you're going on.
So both cruise lines have amazing kids clubs, but I will say Disney is known for being next level.
Yes. So think Star Wars rooms, Marvel areas, princess meetups, anything that especially a kid that is in the character stage would love.
Hmm. Yeah. Royal Caribbean still has fantastic kid programs though, especially for the older kids and teens, like Stephanie just said.
Now you're probably wondering, which one should we go with? So I would say to go with Disney. I think this is what I always tell my clients. If you're wanting the Disney characters and you're wanting the storytelling, the premium service, everybody knows that Disney goes above and beyond when it comes to their customer service. And it's a more immersive family experience. If you love Disney, but you want a relaxing Disney vacation, then you should
Hmm.
take a Disney cruise.
That's exactly what I tell everybody. It's so much more relaxing than the parks. And once you go on one, I've done this 10 years and I've never had anybody book one Disney cruise that didn't continue to go on more. I've never had somebody do one and say they were done. They always come back for more every time. But you would choose Royal Caribbean if you want a lower price point, bigger ships with more activities, and a great cruise without the Disney premium.
Yeah. Like we said, especially if you have bigger kids.
Hmm.
There's just a lot more to offer on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and it would be worth pricing them out.
Yes, definitely. So at the end of the day, I feel like both cruise lines offer amazing vacations, just depending on what you need and what you want.
Yeah, Disney tends to deliver a more immersive storytelling experience. You're definitely going to pay for that price, but Disney tells that all the time. We love to storytell,
Hmm.
and that's what you're paying for.
Yes. Royal Caribbean is a great option if you want more ship activities or just a lower price point.
Yeah. You have to think the Bahamas is still a beautiful place to go, and that's where both of these islands are at.
Hmm.
You're not going to have a bad time. And remember, the prices that we talked about today, those are just estimates for comparison. Cruise prices will change constantly based on the dates, the cabin type, and the promotions. And I will say that Royal Caribbean runs a lot of promotions.
They do. But hey, here lately, Disney has too. I've seen more
Mhm.
promotions for Disney Cruise Line in the last year than the last 10 years combined, honestly. If you're trying to decide which cruise is right for your family, feel free to reach out to either one of us because we both help families plan both. And if you are a Royal Caribbean cruiser, we would love to have you on the podcast because I would like to for our listeners to hear a tried and true Royal Caribbean cruiser explain. And we're coming up on the summer of chit chat. So if you've been on Royal, especially if you've been on Royal and Disney, Stephanie nor I, either one, have ever done Royal. I've seen videos and I want to. I just don't feel like I'm in that stage of life yet. I still have a little Disney loving character
Mhm.
kid. But we would love to hear from somebody that's done Royal.
Yes, we would. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow us on Chaos and Carry-Ons, wherever you get your podcasts at. these type of episodes always pull in brand new listeners
Mhm.
that just found us from the search. So,
And I think we like doing these episodes with our imaginary family comparison
mhm.
trips, pricing the dummy trips, because it seems very overwhelming to sit down and plan out an imaginary trip, which that's both of our favorite pastimes is like planning these extravagant trips like to these places that we're never going, but we act like we are. So we like doing these episodes because maybe it feels overwhelming to you to get out your computer and figure out how much it's going to cost you to go. So, like we said, this is not exact cost, and what you might Google in the middle of hurricane season, you might get half the price that we just gave you. I don't know. So, I don't know. I just feel like these episodes, more and more people are asking us to do more. As always, may your flights be on time and your luggage never lost. But if it's not, that's where the fun begins.
Pack your dreams, it's time again. The world's our map, so tell a friend. New horizons, stories spin. Season 2, let's dive back in. Theme parks glow, the stars ignite. Wishes dancing, neon light. Sail the seas and chase the breeze. Every laugh and memory. Chaos and carry-ons, let's go. Disney dreams in tow, you know. Every flight and every ride. Join the journey, come inside.